Aries, your July forecast for your health, it's uterus, digestion, breast, stomach and womb. For some of you, you might find that there's an issue there, a sudden issue, maybe there's some burning or some swelling. You'll have to spend some money on this to go and see a specialist. For your work, it looks like there might be something that comes out of the blue that will help you out, something that was sudden, puts you back in the running. Now, if this is sports or a project, there may have been an issue that you thought was going to be drawn out, but it's suddenly sorted out and then brought back in. There is going to be a sudden change or a sudden shock, something challenging that will happen around your work, that you might have to work from home, or that you have family members that you may have to look after at home. When it comes to your love relationships, it looks like there could be some misinformation, omission, misunderstanding, something that we've gone through before that we'll go through again. When it comes to your friendship, it looks like you've just got to be very careful who you tell what your secrets to. They may be sitting there with a smile on their face, but really they're actually very happy if you're upset. Taurus, this is your July forecast. Your health is vocal cords, speech, fingers, arms, hands, shoulders, lungs, nervous system. Now, there's viruses going around. Be very careful you don't pick that up. With any work or group networking issues, if there's a project or something there's going to be some sudden rushing around, getting paperwork done, conversations, because there's some sort of issue here, some sort of blow up. Maybe there's a delay, maybe products weren't available, or maybe there's road closures or something like that. When it comes to your finances, you might find that you're on a winning streak, especially any ideas that you're writing down and passing over. If you're in some sort of competition or you're waiting for some results, those results will be good as well. There's also some sort of legal identification or getting some kind of judgment down on your identity, whether this is a new card, a review, a title, finishing university, something like that is also coming down. If you thought you'd missed out on something, you'll find that you haven't. When it comes to your love, you'll find that someone, there's a sudden argument, a sudden emotional outburst, and this will lead to making you guys stronger and closer. If you're single, you might meet someone and suddenly it feels so karmic. It feels like you've known each other for a while. This feels like it's very hot and heavy though, so just remember that as you're going through. With your friends and family, it feels like there's going to be an issue there that you've gone through in the past, but you might be asked to be in charge of this. You might have to be the one in the middle here, organizing and putting the direction to get through this. When it comes to your personal self and your own thoughts, you're going to be feeling sorry for yourself, feeling hard done by, feeling like things are unfair. You might find some information about an ex that's made you feel like you just were blindsided. Gemini, this is your July forecast. This month your health is your head, face, upper lip, upper jaw, cerebellum and your brain. Now you might find this month that there is a lot to be proud of. Putting your face out there, getting some recognition, getting some vindication for something else happened before, and at the moment it's coming into light that you were right and the others were wrong. When it comes to your finances, you might find that you are reaching a wider audience. You're suddenly sent on some sort of travel. You're suddenly invited to some sort of conference or something like that, which is giving you great joy. It's something that you is pleasurable for you. You might also find in love that you'll meet someone from a different ethnicity or cultural background than you, even spiritual as well, and the loving embrace that you get from their family, if this continues, if you start dating, the loving embrace you'll get from the family is something that you're not used to. When it comes to your family, it looks like someone might be pregnant and they're making that announcement. Also, there is going to be a explosive secret that comes out this month that makes people stop, and it creates a challenge, and there has to be some restructuring around this. When it comes to yourself personally, in your own mind, you're feeling stronger, you're feeling overwhelmed with love and the generosity around you, and you're also feeling like this is the time that you can shine. Cancer, your July forecast for your health, it is your head, face, upper lip, upper jaw, cerebellum and brain. Now for some of you, this is about beautifying what is already happening here, so getting your teeth done, Botox, getting a new hairstyle, some kind of new look for you. Some of you, there's an issue here where you might be feeling like your brain is slowing down, you're not able to communicate as well as you normally should be, so there might be some migraines, some headaches, some sort of communication issue there that you might have to get checked out for. When it comes to your money and your finances, finance. It looks like there's some sort of partnership that can be happening this month, some type of contract. You're working a dual job. Now with this, the salary, it's with your work, and you might have to be stuck at home, working from home, or that you're leaving the home to go into a business. And if you're opening your own business, passive income, you'll find that you're signing with, I don't know, some sort of sponsor, or you're making a new website. You're partnering up with someone which is going to make this very profitable for you. When it comes to love, it looks like that you guys are getting closer together if you've been dating for a while, and that you might be introducing them to your parents, and have some sort of family issue coming. A celebration. Now, the sudden part that's coming up that might be a bit hot, it might be a bit steamy, there might be some argument, might be some tension, is coming up around your family and or a co-worker. Now, if this co-worker is trying to take your spot, or trying to talk behind your back to be able to get ingratiated into this project or this part of your job that you are doing, they are sincere in this. They are not your friend, they are your competition. Now, when it comes to yourself personally, you'll find that you are psychologically thinking about your childhood. You'll be going through something, or something will remind you of something that's happened in the past, and it will be coming back around now. This is going right through to August of next month. Leo, this is your July forecast for your health this month: toes, feet, and physical pain. This month, watch out. Something is going to be groundbreaking. There's some sudden tsunami, sudden earthquake, sudden shock to the system, to the family, to what's going on around you. We do have the Tower card, and we do have the Accusations card. So this is about, either suddenly we're getting a divorce, and we, fingers are pointed, and we weren't, maybe it's been building for a while, and this is the steam, this is the fire, this is the tension, this is the blow up, this is the argument which is going to make this happen. Now, if this is at work, there's a sudden crisis at work. Maybe things are on lockdown, maybe there's been a fire at work, maybe there's a whole bunch of people that are sick, so they're not coming into work, and so we're all trying to get on the same page, but there's a real issue here on the deadline. When it comes to your love, it looks like there's a sudden stop there. That gap will be about 3 weeks from start to finish, and there's a lot of finger pointing, and I feel like social media and also a friend that's friends with both of you has been in the ear of the other person. When it comes to yourself personally, you might find that you have a bit of an identity crisis, especially if there's a work issue or a home issue, getting divorced, whatever that thing is. You have an identity crisis. You might be feeling quite sorry for yourself, very slow thinking, very hard to contemplate, very hard to think about things. Virgo, your July forecast for your health, it is your arteries, ankles, calves, legs, and shins. You might find some swelling there, maybe some shin splints, maybe some bruises, something there that needs to be looked at. Now, you have 3 great cards. You have the world turning in your favor, you have the sun there, and you have the yes card. So unexpectedly, out of an argument, or out of the blue, or out of some sort of crisis, you will be given the chance, and there is a title there is a win there is a promotion there is a new way to come out with a roar, to come out with pride, and about sticking in there and getting that chance and making sure that you are available for that. When it comes to your career and your finances, you'll find that with these 2 major arcana cards, that suddenly things are flipped on their system. So you're starting a new job and you're enjoying the extra money, that the people that you meet, that this is changing your life. It's not just the money, it's not just the job, it's people around you. It changes your attitude. You also have something to be publicly proud about as well, something that you win, something that makes you shine, something that makes you feel on top of the world. Now, for other people, there is going to be a lot of arguments coming around. You might be feeling testy, you might be feeling like the friends around you are just not a friend, or friends around you are hitting you on the wrong nerve there, or maybe someone's starting an argument with you and it's come out of nowhere. You might find that you're in a bad mood. There is a lot of tension going on, a lot of challenges going on, and there's structures that need to be redone. Now, you are going to have a recurring issue from something earlier on in the year, and this will be going right through to the middle of August. So there's going to be some sort of shutdown, lockdown, delay, area where you're not going to be able to get out as much as you thought you were going to be able to. When it comes to love, everything's looking good. There's a yes there. Things are back on track. Libra, your July forecast for your health, knees, bones, skin and teeth. So looking at those areas. When it comes to your work, we have some really big cards here. We've got 2 Arcana cards here. It looks like your boss is going to be changing the project that you're doing, or the role that you play, and you'll be put into a different one, which is earning you more money, and you're feeling quite proud that you've been put in that position. You weren't expecting it. When it comes to your finances, you might find that there's a sudden increase in your money, whether you're getting paid back something, extra money per hour, won some sort of bonus, paid back money that you didn't even realize or forgot about. Now also when it comes to your family, for a small select few of you, there might be a passing of one of your parents. For others, there's a coming to an end, so maybe they're coming to the age of retirement, but something there in the family to do with your father. There's going to be some change there. Now there's also karma here as well that is bringing up for you in your personal life, you being able to feel revived, vindicated, feeling like there's an outburst, there's some anger, there's some violence, there's some sparks flying. It's going to be a very tense time around you, around the world right now. And so with you, you're going to be able to see that this karma has brought you into a position where it makes you feel more sure of yourself. When it comes to love, a lot of sexy time there, someone you're very physically attracted to. This person's a leader, some sort of leadership position, perhaps authority, government, something like that. When it comes to your friends, just be very careful that someone's not using you to get themselves higher up, or using you to get close to someone else. When it comes to your own way of thinking this month, it looks like you're going to be feeling so much better for yourself. Maybe you've been feeling tired, but now you're feeling revived. Scorpio, your July forecast for your health, we have sciatic, liver, hips and thighs. Something from the past will be returning. There might be some swelling, there might be some burning, there may be feeling like it's difficult, stiffness to walk, or that there's a lot of pressure there. It's a bit of a challenge, and it's returning from something from the past that's happening again now. When it comes to your work, well, your boss, the people that you work for, or the organization that you work for, they're like a two-headed monster. One minute they're fine, the next minute they're not, and then they bring in some new changes, and then they change those changes. So for you personally, for your finances this month, Scorpio, you'll be, if there's any way that you travel, there'll be more travel, but there'll be a change to that. You'll be looking at which way is best, so there might be some closures. There's going to be a very challenging time for everybody in the world right now. So you might be in lockdown, there might be some road closures, there might be terrible weather. There's elements outside of your control that you have to look to get past that. When it comes to your love, you might find that there's something very karmic out here. Now, if you're in a relationship, you might find that there's a sudden end and you're out again. If you're single, meeting someone from a different culture, a different country, a different spirituality from you. But things here are karmic, and you'll find that this is happening at the right time. When it comes to you yourself mentally, this is about you and your insecurity, and you've got to find a way through this, because this is going to be a very hard time through to August of next year, if you're August of next month, if you're unable to. Sagittarius, this is your July forecast for your health. Bladder, genitals, sex organs, reproductive system, hemorrhoids, muscular system, hernias, rectum and prostrate. It's also trauma and healing by the mind. This month you have 2 major arcana cards, and anything that is on the sudden shift, that you're now at the bottom, where this came out of the blue, you weren't aware that this was going to happen, and you feel like, oh my god, everything's lost, because there's going to be a lot of anger, frustration, yelling, difficult circumstances around the world, but also around you. And so if you're put in a place where you think the world is lost, you'll find that there is hope at the end of it. You are going to get some help with that. So this scenario will be okay. But this is karmic. It had to happen to put you in the right place, and also around the right people. Sagittarius, when it comes to your yourself, worry about when it comes to your health, if you've been taking too many toxins, this is where your body's going to show it. Whether it comes in a sudden health crisis. For others, if you've been skirting on the line, the wrong side of the law, you might find that this is where it catches up on you. If you owe people money, this is where it's catching up on you. Now also, those that you rely on for finances or your own passive income, there's going to be a change there. You might be having to work from home, or if you were working from home, you now have to work into the office more. Now, any kind of situation that you were worried you weren't going to be able to get to, or worried you weren't being able to pay for, that is going to be okay. You're going to be all right with that. When it comes to your relationships, you might find you've got the luck. You're able to reconcile when you thought you weren't going to be able to. If you're single, you meet someone, this is very karmic, in a troubled circumstance, meet someone, and this is someone that you're going to be with for a very long time. You might find that you have to do more for the family. You might have to step up in charge, or there's an issue around the family that you are going to have to be, it's sudden, and it's no one was expecting. It's out of the blue. It's blown up the world of your family, and so you might have to step up and be a leader. You might have to step up and help out there. Lastly, when it comes to the friends around you, you might find that someone very close to you was arrested, or someone very close to you has passed away. Capricorn, your July forecast. Your health is ovaries, lower back, kidneys, veins, and buttocks. You might find that there's some swelling, cramps, water retention, some pain, some inflammation, something like that that's around there. It's around the seeds, male or female. This is where the issue is, and you'll have to see someone about that. It could be PCOS, it could be sudden that's come on, but it's something that you've had before that's come back that will be needed to be looked at when it comes to your health. And anything you've been waiting on, anything major you've been waiting on in your life, in any area that's outside of your control, and all you can do is just wait, and you can't work yourself up in knots trying to figure out, it's out of your hands. There's nothing you can do about it, so you just have to wait. Well, the good news is that it's going to work out in your favor. Major Arcana card, the Sun card, and the Hand card there, with a Yes card as well. So with the finances, it looks like if you've been waiting for a loan, if you've been waiting for a rise, there's extra money this month, that you are very proud of yourself. People are talking about you this month. You might be signing a contract this month for a new job, especially if it's anything to do with marketing, mental abilities, or technology there as well. You might find that you're your face is out on social media as well. Maybe you win something. Now with the Sun card, this is starting something fresh. Now it is going to be tense. There are going to be challenges. There's a new hierarchy here. There's a new ruling here. There's a new start, a new karma roll that starts from now right through to the end of August for you. Now there is something here which you must have to change, whether it be spiritual way of thinking, the way you talk to yourself, the inner dialogue. And when it comes to love, you might find that you're finally making it official. If you're single, you might find that you meet someone who is in technology, psychology, any kind of marketing, and this is the person who's going to be quite important to you. Aquarius, your July forecast with your health, solar plexus, midriff, bowels, colon, intestines, and abdomen. Now, this is also healing by practical methods. So you might find you might need to have some sort of procedure or operation here. You're waiting, things are out of your hands. So you've got two major Arcana cards and a Yes card. So outside of your control, you have to wait. You're tying yourself up in knots. You're trying to figure out where it's coming from. You're trying to do things that you can yourself, but there's nothing you can do until somebody else steps up. Now this is a major Arcana card, so it's a major change in your lifestyle, your diet, or with your body. Now you've also got the Sun card, which is a major Arcana card, which says that there is going to be a revitalized about this, which is going to make you feel like you've got more energy. You will get a yes on the answer of any type of results. Now when it comes to your work, you're going to find that there is something you've been waiting on, whether it be a loan, whether it be a connection, whether it be working with a duo, that has been taking a while. It will not happen until August, but you'll find some news this month that will let you know it is coming. When it comes to your way of thinking about yourself, there's some issue there where you're thinking victim mentality, feeling sorry for yourself, feeling very alone. Psychologically, if someone's gaslighting or manipulating you, it's making you feel very, very low. You might be grieving and missing someone this month as well. When it comes to your love, finding someone very special, someone who is the authority. Actually, for a small few of you, this is a risk, someone that you meet gambling or a risky situation. Now there is going to be some troubling times this month. It may have stemmed from before. It's coming to a conclusion this month. You might also find that you need to support someone else, or someone has to support you this month physically with your health. Lastly, when it comes to your friends, you might find you've finally had enough. Enough is enough. Stand up for yourself and saying just no more. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Trying to be the bigger person, it doesn't work. You're too nice. You also might find that someone you've been working with has suddenly shifted responsibilities, or is trying to get in on your responsibilities. There's also the idea of someone trying to take intellectual gains from themselves. So making sure that you're understanding that everyone around you is not your friend. Now, you may be very well liked, and it'd be really good if someone is standing up for you in a room where you're not there. Lastly, when it comes to your own health, you have to, you might be finding that you have had trouble sleeping. You might find you're sweating. You might find that you got a fever. You might find that you're hot and then cold. You might find that you're staying indoors more because, you don't want to get out there. There's a sickness going on, and you're more of a homebody this month. Pisces, your July forecast for your health, heart, spine, side of the body, and the upper back. So you might be feeling some burning, some stabbing pains. It might feel like you've got heartburn, some pressure around those areas. Perhaps you've pulled a muscle in your back. There's something there that you've been, that you'll be feeling this month. Now, also you might find that someone else might be offering you a job, or offering you some part-time work, or offering you some sort of position that you haven't done before, but it will bring you much joy. Also, when it comes to dating, you might have found that there's been some fickleness going on. We're just unable to see each other, haven't been able to connect. It's been up, it's been down, it's been go, it's been stop. Well, this month something is going to happen right through to the end of August. Something's going to happen which is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world, where things are actually finally moving forward. You've got the major arcana card, the Chariot card, which is moving forward, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune as well. When it comes to any pleasurable affairs that you're doing, so if you're out with friends, dating, groups, sports, those kinds of things, you might find that there's a bit of bickering there. There's a sudden burst, there's a sudden argument, sudden delay, sudden stoppage, something around there which is making everybody very angry and frustrated. When it comes to your own way of thinking, you might find that you've been sitting and thinking about what I want to do next, not quite sure what I want to do next. Things have been very slow. Things have taken their time. But you'll find that this month, something volatile or challenging that needs restructuring is going to happen. It's pushing you forward in the right direction of where you need to go. Your luck will be changing. When it comes to your children, you might find that there's some arguments, and they've got the wrong end of the stick. They're trying to make you, and with it, they're just trying to gaslight, manipulate, and this is where you say no more. Two major arcana cards in such a volatile, unexpected, challenging, heated time, and this will go right through to the middle of August. Things that hadn't shifted will shift, and also starting new in some sort of way. You also might find that your children may move out or move home. And lastly, Pisces, anything that you do for a pleasurable thing, to any kind of group activities or of a project that you're on, there's a sudden volatile situation where unexpectedly you might have to stand up and perform. And if you do, there's a new title there, and you also have a win. So, if you're in a sports group, you guys will win the final. If you're in a bowling thing, you didn't get on the team, but suddenly someone's sick, so now you're on it. If it's a project that you're part of, whether it be a community project or a work project, and you guys were planning on doing it, but few people couldn't, at the last minute you'll get in there. There's some lots of fun, lots of drinking, lots of laughing, and a new title there, and making great connections.